Hi there, I just wanted to take a moment and introduce myself. My name is Avisha Scarborough, and I'm the host of Vail Vibes, a show about all the amazing stuff going on here in Vail and surrounding areas I'm going to tell you all about so you don't miss a thing. And I just want to say that I love being part of this community, and it's an amazing place to be.
You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
Happy Thursday, August 24th. We are on the brink of our last full weekend here in the month of August. I'm your host, Kimberly Perot. I've got Ben Roof joining me here in studio today. Lots of exciting things. Now, if you are looking for something delicious to make for breakfast this morning, we'll be making cinnamon waffles. Tracy will be showing us how to make a breakfast frittata, and then Covered Bridge, we'll be talking to Corey Crane. So lots of exciting things happening in this first hour. Good Morning Vail starts now.
Things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Good morning, and let's take a quick look at today's weather forecast. Looking at this morning, around 8 a.m., it's 59 degrees today, looking towards a high of 76 as we move towards the afternoon. Of course, it's going to be a little bit rainy today with an 80% chance of afternoon thunderstorms and winds 5 to 10 miles an hour coming from the southwest. Then as we look at that hourly forecast today, we've got about 58 degrees, like I said earlier this morning, around 74 towards noon. 4 p.m. 73 with thunderstorms throughout the afternoon there, starting to cool off around 8 p.m. As we start looking at the I-70 corridor there, we've got still some thunderstorms down in Denver. 82 is our high, 76 up in Vail, 78 in Avon, and 80 in Eagle. As we start looking at overnight forecast tonight, we are at 48 degrees as our low, 60 as our, or 60% chance of rain overnight, still with some thunderstorms and winds coming from the east-southeast, 5 to 10 miles an hour. And then as we take a look at our 5-day forecast there, we've got a high of 73 degrees on Friday, still a pretty solid chance of rain. And then we've got a 76 is our high on Saturday with thunderstorms. And then moving on to Sunday, we've got a really high chance of thunderstorms as well. And then Monday, 77 degrees as our high, still looking pretty rainy and thunderstormy. And then on Tuesday, a high of 78 with a slightly less chance of thunderstorms at 30%. Kim, how are you doing this morning?
Doing great. I love all of this thunderstorm weather that we have. It just makes me want to bundle up and get all cozy.
Well, I mean, it's definitely a nice break from what we had in July, right? Where it was pretty much 90 or close to 90 every single day. Though, with all this rain, a little bit of a flash flood concern.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It's definitely smart to be safe if you're out doing water adventures this week and as you roll into the weekend.
Well, and speaking of water adventures, we've got a big event coming up in Avon this weekend. It's the Xterra Triathlon. It's a major national triathlon, part of a big circuit, and they're going to be biking, running, and swimming, of course. Coming up tomorrow, or no, it starts on Saturday.
Starts on Saturday, so I'm assuming you're going to be there because you're always involved in all of the fun activities that are happening.
I will definitely be there. I'll probably be hiding in a bush somewhere along the running course and the biking course, taking photos for the event.
You mean you're not going to just dive in and start swimming?
No. My camera might not survive.
That's super exciting things that are happening. I think it's just last weekend of the summer, full weekend of the summer, but we are still packing it with all kinds of cool activities here in town.
Absolutely, and there's, so many major, especially endurance events like running, biking, and this triathlon coming up. Last weekend we had the Leadville 100 running race. Weekend before that, Leadville 100 bike race, and then coming up we've got the Xterra Games.
It's really just the accumulation of all of the sports that everyone does when we're not in ski season. But,
it definitely gives us a chance to kind of take advantage of all that conditioning we've been doing over the summer before we start to put the skis on.
I know, and now we're in that 90-day mark, so lots of exciting things happening. But anyways, we have exciting things happening on today's show as well. National Waffle Day. I know I'm excited about seeing the recipes and how you can make a delicious cinnamon waffle. So stay tuned. We've got a lot more of that coming up next.
Good morning, Vail.
Here at Sun and Ski Sports, we are all about having the best summer adventures. Our full-service bike shop is here to help you get back on the saddle with services ranging from simple tire changes, full bike overhauls, and rentals. If trail running, hiking, or trips to the lake are your thing, our expert staff will fit you in the best performing footwear or clothing. And don't forget about a relaxing day on the water with our stand-up paddleboard rentals. Call Sun and Ski Sports in Avon or Dillon today, or learn more at sunandski.com/CO.
Hi, it's Julio from TV8 Vail. Do you ever wonder why our tagline is "There's more for you on 92"? Because we're always bringing you more. More Good Morning Vail from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. all year long. More local coverage with Vail Vibes and Covered Bridge on TV8. More opportunities to participate with new roundtable panels on mountain perspectives and our new Spanish programming block coming this fall. Find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on YouTube, or our website at tv8vail.com.
Thank you for watching Good Morning Vail. Have an amazing day. Get on out there, soak up that sunshine. We'll see you tomorrow right here for more Good Morning Vail. Bye, everyone. Hi, I'm Gretchen Bleshaw. You might recognize me from the Glitz and Glam with Gretchen. Maybe you hear my voice on the radio from time to time or see me out at a concert or two. I love concerts. If you see me out, the long mermaid hair, I'm almost 6 foot tall. It's hard to miss. Come and say hi, give me a high five, and make sure to watch me right here on TV8.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back. Now, if you have not made breakfast, we have the recipe for you. Today is National Waffle Day, and in honor of that, we're going to take a look at a wonderful cinnamon waffle recipe that Maddie shows us how to make. So let's take a look.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. So we used to do that life hack segment that was a ton of fun where we showed you weird ways to like peel fruit or slice cake with dental floss or whatever it was. Well, I just found a new one, and I was just so generously gifted this teeny tiny little waffle maker. And so I think that it's really important that I put this to use, and what better way to do so than doing it with all of you, getting to be here present and see what creations we're going to come up with. And so I've got a fun idea. We are going to take some nice cinnamon rolls. We're going to open them up, and then we're going to roll the cinnamon rolls just a little bit, and we're going to make them in the waffle iron and see if we can make cinnamon roll waffles, because I don't think that there's anything more fun than doing weird things with food. So this is the worst part of the cinnamon rolls, is when you have to pop it open and it makes that noise, and then you startle and jump like I do every single time. But then we're going to use the icing as the frosting, and I'm really excited. I'm going to make the boys come on camera and try these with me as soon as we get some made. So we're going to start out with 3. Yeah, we're going to roll these out a little bit. So I brought my rolling pin. Just nice and flatten them out. Oh, I didn't really know what to put on the rolling pin to make it work and not stick to it, because I feel like if I put flour on it, it would just be kind of gross. And so we're just going to wing it like this. It's my favorite activity to do. And then, of course, you have to spray your waffle iron. All right. Now we're just going to place this guy in here and see what happens. And I love these experiments because I think they're a ton of fun. I love to make cinnamon rolls. I feel like if this works out, this will be a really fun thing that you can do with the kids. I have little brothers, and one of them has taken to cooking recently, which is quite hilarious because he thinks that he's a master chef with his waffle and pancake skills, but he's also not allowed to use certain items in the kitchen like I am. They told me no real knives, so I have a butter knife to help me through this experiment, but we're gonna roll some of these out. I don't know if you can hear it sizzling. There's definitely some noises coming out of there. Maybe we try 2 on the next one. Maybe we just get weird with these and see what happens as we're rolling out all these cinnamon rolls. Now I have to make all of them like this, which is gonna be great. And so this is gonna be really fun, because then what a quick, easy way to do breakfast, and also kind of unique and kind of like DIY, which I love to do. And we're gonna see if this works as a life hack. Now, if you have a big waffle iron at home, I bet the best way to do it would be like 4 of them like this, and then crush them in the waffle iron. Oh man, okay, that looks really good. I'm excited. I think this is gonna work. I just don't know how we're gonna know if these are all the way cooked through, but that's a nor here nor there problem, because I'm not gonna eat it. I'm gonna have one of the boys eat it, so it's fine if it's not all the way cooked through. We're just gonna push it down a little bit more. Still sizzling just a little bit. I love to bake. Now, if I could, I would have music on and we'd be like singing and dancing and twirling, but I can't do that right now. So I'm gonna keep my baking very professional, even though I forgot my apron. And we're gonna just check this out. Oh my gosh, look at that. I wonder if it's cooked all the way through. Well, okay, regardless, that looks pretty great to me. And it was pretty small, so maybe I'm thinking we do 2 on the next one. But then I don't know cook time, if that needs to change at all. I'm gonna re-grease this, drop that guy right in there and smush it down. Oh yeah, that sizzle. These are the best little waffle irons. This was such a great gift. This was a birthday present from one of my best friends, and I have literally not used it until this very moment on TV, and I'm really excited about it. I'm just gonna put some frosting on here. Let that melt a little bit because it's so warm. And then they're like easier than real cinnamon rolls because they don't fall apart, but we're gonna see how this turns out. I really am so excited that I'm doing this, and especially where if it turns out terribly, then you all get to experience the terribleness with me. That, I don't know why, makes me so much happier about doing this weird experiment, but I like it. All right, let's do this. Oh man, like that one looks so good. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna roll all these out too. That way we're nice and prepared, and we've got everything as we need to have it. I feel like I should have put flour down, but that's all right. We'll just keep winging it. Man, look, that looks so good now. Oh, I'm gonna become like a food chef hack human, because this is the only way I know how to cook. Oh, this is great. Okay. Looking good to you back there, Brett? Smelling good, right? Yeah. Smelling pretty good over here. We'll see how they taste. I'm gonna see if it's yummy or if this is really undercooked and it just looks good on the outside. I just don't want that one to burn. Oh no. Okay. Making a mess. I really don't like when sticky things touch my hands. Wow. Back to the knife. The roll technique. Oh, look, it's all pretty and cinnamony, and this looks really good. It smells really good. I'm just gonna keep adding these to the counter for all of the people that work here at the TV station. We'll just start sharing. I'm gonna cut into this one though. I wanna see what it looks like on the inside, see if it's done. Looks pretty done. Oh yeah, look at that. It's like nice and the frosting got all melted so you don't need syrup for it. And it just looks delicious. It kind of looks like a better version of an Eggo, which if you're a child who grew up eating Eggo waffles, then I still eat Eggo waffles sometimes because I think they're wonderful, because I'm a child still. So this is a good experiment. Turns out this is a solid life hack. Now I'm just gonna keep making them. Now I've got so much time to just sit here and make cinnamon roll waffles. And this way you can do this at home. And like I said, it's easy, it's simple. It's not too messy. Very few things are being used, just the waffle iron, the roller, and the cutting board. Oh no, I stole the cinnamon out of that one. And then you can do this with the kids. That's the best part. So I like when I find these life hacks for my mom, and then she's like, oh, your little brothers tried it, and it worked for them too. Because then it's wonderful. Whoops, put that right there, right in front of it. All right, let's go. I'm just gonna keep cranking out cinnamon roll waffles now. Who knew? This is such a fun time. It's like baking, but better. Well, I guess that was pretty easy, pretty quick. Make sure that you do this at home, and then if you do it, you let us know how it goes for you, only because this is absolutely a ton of fun. We're gonna try these off camera only because I have a slight fear of them being disgusting, and if you've seen any of the past cooking segments, you know that if I eat something on camera that I don't like, you can tell immediately by my face. We're gonna take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
TV8 Vail is serving the community 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Stop by for Good Morning Vail at 7 a.m. and stay all day for lifestyle favorites such as Good Day Vail, Daily Flash, Suki and Scott, and more. And you're sure to find the adventure you crave with back-to-back episodes of Scoreboard Nation and Outdoor America. Find us all day, every day on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on TV8Vail.com, and on all our social media platforms. There's more for you on Channel 92.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Hi there, I'm Cece with Good Day Vail, and recently I had the distinct pleasure of sitting down with two individuals that are passionate about knitting. And I know you're probably wondering, knitting, but believe it or not, knitting has been ranked as the most relaxing event or hobby we could do besides yoga and meditation. So join us for this episode of Good Day Vail about knitting.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 7 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your three favorite mountain towns, Vail, Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno, Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
In America's heartland, living close to the land, there's a love for the country and a pride in the brand. In America's heartland, living close to the land. In America's heartland, close to the land.
Good morning, Vail.
Now that cinnamon roll waffle recipe looked absolutely delicious, but if you're not a sweet person for breakfast in the morning, we've got an even better recipe with our colorful cooking with Tracy. She makes a breakfast frittata. So let's take a look at that first part of that recipe.
So breakfast, are you a breakfast eater? Me, I wake up hungry. I dream about scrambled eggs. Like, I love breakfast. I have to eat breakfast. I read studies about breakfast all the time. I think I could probably do better healthfully with breakfast, but I like eggs, and I'm not full if I don't eat an egg. I actually talked to my doctor, can I eat eggs? Are they high in cholesterol? They're really, really good for you, and they're really good for your brain. So today, we're gonna make a frittata. If you've ever heard of a frittata, it is like one of the easiest egg dishes to make. However, if you have not purchased your cast iron pan yet, I'm slapping your wrist, because we, again, are going to start on the stove and finish in the oven. A frittata is just like an egg scramble that you fry up on the bottom and then you put it in the oven to kind of crisp up the top. It's a little bit of a well-cooked scrambled egg. So sometimes people are like, they need like the undercooked egg, they like the runny eggs. You might not like a frittata if you don't like your eggs cooked all the way through. But we're gonna mix the frittata with roasted red peppers. So you have jars of roasted red peppers. I'm actually gonna tell you a whole bunch of things to do, and we're gonna take a break while you prep and I prep, and then we're gonna come back together. So for the eggs, we'll worry about the eggs later. You put 5 of them in a bowl, 6 of them in a bowl actually, and stir them up, whisk them up so that they're nice and blended together. And then with the roasted red pepper, which is really nice that we got the jars of roasted red peppers, because you save yourself a step. What we're going to do with those is we're just going to dice them up. Remember, we julienne the pepper and then we dice it up into little small pieces. This is going to go in our egg frittata. So cut up about 3/4 of a cup of roasted red pepper. And then our second dish today is going to be home-style potatoes. So we're going to make a potato on top of the stove that is going to taste way better than any diner you go to, and it's going to be chock full of nutrients. We're going to start with our mirepoix. It's a combination of onions, carrot, and celery. And that's how we are going to start. We're going to put a lot of veggies into our potatoes. So make sure you cut up the proper amount of onions, celery, and carrots for your mirepoix. And then I'd like you to cut up your potatoes. So first of all, peel your potato. Again, we're going back to, is it that healthy? Potatoes are very healthy. They're more healthy when you keep the skin on. So if you're looking for a little more health, keep the skin on. If you don't want the skin, peel them off. And then I'm going to need you to chop them up. So what we're going to do to chop up the potatoes to make them really nice is we are going to slice them this way. And be careful because we don't have a solid surface yet. So slice your potatoes like that. And then I don't like to waste any, but if you want them perfect, you could cut them into a square and then slice them. And then pile them up together and slice them again twice. And then we're going to slice them this way. Try to keep the potatoes, the carrots, and the onions all at about the same size, because what's going to happen is we're going to put them in a pan and fry them up. We need them all to cook at about the same temperature and the same level. So if they're cut around the same size, then they're probably going to cook about the same time. Especially cutting these potatoes really small like this. That will give us a That will help them cook a little faster because, you know, potatoes take a long time. Okay, so I want you to dice your potatoes, make your mirepoix, which is your onion, your carrot, and your celery. Put 6 eggs in a bowl, have them all whisked together, and dice up 3/4 cup of the roasted red pepper. Meanwhile, before we get started on that, I just kind of wanted to give you a cool recipe that you can use anytime for anything. And these are oatmeal balls. Actually, I hate to admit it, but I don't love oatmeal. I don't even really like it that much. So anytime that I'm going to eat oatmeal, or I want to eat oatmeal, or I want to have whole oats in my life, I have to use what I call training wheels. So my daughter actually came up with this recipe, and it has oatmeal, mini chocolate chips, peanut butter, Rice Krispies, and honey. And they are absolutely delicious oatmeal balls that we're going to make. And they're going to, you can either have them for breakfast, you can give them to the kids for snack, you can have them in your car, bring them to work. They're delicious, and they're packed with nutrients with the peanut butter, the honey, and the oatmeal. But when you put all this stuff in a bowl together to combine it, and you want to use your hands, and peanut butter is super sticky, make sure you wet your hands and then combine it all. Continue to wet your hands and roll those into little balls. So today we're making a roasted red pepper frittata. We need 3/4 cup of red pepper, 6 eggs in a bowl stirred up. We need potatoes, onion, celery, and carrots all chopped up. But we're going to take a quick break while we all prep. I'm going to get my hands nice and wet, roll some balls. I'll see you back here in a couple of minutes when we're ready to start heating things up.
Good morning, Vail.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tv8vail.com y nuestra página de Facebook TV8 Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
Well, Archer and I are going to get headed on further down the trail, but I hope you'll catch up with us a little bit later. Hi, I'm Ben Roof, and I'm one of the new hosts here at TV8. I'm so excited to share all of my explorations throughout the Vail Valley with my dog Archer, where we'll be taking you to hiking trails, biking trails, maybe we'll go rafting, fishing, or whatever else we can come up with. I'm so excited to share all of that with you in my new segment, Outdoor Adventures. Don't forget to catch up with us every day right here at TV8 Vail or at tv8vail.com, because there's always more for you on 92.
Do you have an interesting hobby or skill you'd like to share for Vail Valley? We want to hear from you. We're looking for people to share their musical, artistic, culinary, woodworking, athletic, or technical talents on Good Morning Vail. If you'd like to share your talents with the community, email Danielle at tv8vail.com. Join the community conversation. There's more for you on 92.
Experience the beauty of fall on the rails of the Leadville Railroad. Take in the cool mountain breeze as you climb to 11,000 feet to watch the vibrant reds, oranges, and golds of fall come alive. Enjoy delicious hot beverages, learn some history, and relax with family and friends. Even your pets can enjoy a ride on the train. Offering daily trips, the weekend specials sell out fast. To secure your seat, book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Let's take a quick look at today's weather one more time. 8 a.m., 59 degrees. Then we're looking at a high of about 76 towards the afternoon, though we do have an 80% chance of thunderstorms throughout the day. Winds from the southwest at 5 to 10 miles an hour. As we take a look at that hourly forecast, again, 59 degrees there at 8 a.m., about 74 towards noon, 73 towards 4 p.m., and around 66 at 8 p.m., cooling off towards the evening there, and we do have those thunderstorms moving in throughout the afternoon. And then as we take a look at that I-70 corridor down in Denver, we've got a high of 92 with a 20% chance of rain. That rain percentage increasing quite a bit as we move up to the mountains, but it also cools off. 76 in Vail, 78 in Avon, 82 in Eagle, all with an 80% chance of those thunderstorms today. As we take a look at the overnight forecast, we're still looking at some thunderstorms with a sunset at 7:52 p.m. and a low of 48 degrees. About 60% chance of rain there overnight with winds from the east-southeast 5 to 10 miles per hour. Then as we look at that daily forecast here Friday, we've still got an 80% chance of thunderstorms, a high of 73. 76 on Saturday, a 70% chance of thunderstorms, 75 on Sunday, with that thunderstorm chance decreasing to 50%. Then again, 50% chance there on Monday with a 77 as our high. And then we're looking at 78 there as our high on Tuesday with a 30% chance of rain. Now, let's take a quick look at Tracy finishing up those breakfast frittatas.
There we go. These are oatmeal peanut butter balls, and they're absolutely delicious. They're a mess to make, but well worth the time because you can make a whole bunch of them. You can actually freeze them. Your kids will like them. You'll like them, and they're pretty healthy for you. I like to use the mini chocolate chips because whenever I use the big ones, it just feels like I took every health component out of it and it just tastes like dessert. But this also has peanut butter and honey in it, so that's going to give you some energy. These, in my opinion, are a good like 3 o'clock snack when you're starting to hit that slump. Easy to make, just make sure your hands are wet when you're balling them up. They're delicious. You're going to like them. Your kids are going to like them. Everyone's going to like them. Even everyone in the office is going to like them. Alrighty, so now let's get to our breakfast. Breakfast, most important meal of the day. It's been proven, and I completely agree with it. There are a lot of studies that show if you don't eat breakfast, you tend to eat worse throughout the day, and most people that are overweight tend to skip breakfast. So having really healthy meals throughout the day is a great way to start your day. We have our mirepoix, which we've talked about now a couple of times. So I have celery, carrots, and onions frying up in the pan. I kind of started them a little bit earlier than the potatoes because those carrots, they can really take a little bit of time. And now, this might seem a little peculiar to you in breakfast potatoes, but the more veggies you add to start your day, the more full you're going to feel. Like carrots are really, they're going to start to fill you up. So, don't forget to season as you go. I have my salt and pepper mixture right here, and all I like to do is just kind of sprinkle it on as we go. We're building flavor profiles as we go. This is sauteed in olive oil. So olive oil is going to be the oil, once again, we're going to use today. Olive oil doesn't particularly like a high heat, but when you have some veggies in there, it really can handle it pretty well. So now I'm going to add my diced up potatoes, and I'm going to spread them all around my pan because I want everything to be spread out nice and evenly so it all starts to cook really nicely. Now this dish probably takes about 20 to 30 minutes to cook just because all of these vegetables are kind of root vegetables, so they take a little bit longer. So just put them in here, pat them down with your hand if you're brave. Don't forget, we're putting cold potatoes into a warm pan, so if you're not already cranked up, you can crank it up a little bit and keep an eye on it. We're also going to season it once again with our salt and pepper mixture. So season as we go. Now what's going to happen here is all those vegetables are going to start to cook and they're going to secrete their juices. So their juices are going to come out and that's going to kind of boil the vegetables. We don't want that. We want that caramelization on these veggies at this point. So you want it to be over high heat and you want to let them sit for like 5 minutes before you move them around because we want them to get that crisp. Then we'll start moving them around and their natural juices will keep them moist enough to cook. So you really don't need that much olive oil. I put about a tablespoon on the bottom of the pan and that's all you need. All right, moving on to our frittata. This is one of those recipes like if you're super hungry or you're coming back from church on Sunday and you need food immediately. This is one of the fastest egg dishes you can make. Cast iron pan or a pan that you can take from the stove to the oven. So what we're going to do now is warm this cast iron pan up. I'm going to get it nice and hot. And a frittata is going to be just pretty much an egg bake. We're going to start it here so the bottom gets kind of fried up. Then we're going to finish it in the oven. Again, it is a really, really quick meal to make. So we have our roasted red peppers that are already diced. And these roasted red peppers that you get in the can or the jar, they're excellent. They save you a ton of time. You can add them to so many things. But if you have a can of them and you have some left over, do not put the can in your refrigerator. Make sure you take those roasted red peppers out of the can, put them in a clean jar or a Tupperware. Don't store things in the cans that you've already opened because they can really grow a lot of bacteria and not be healthy. So if you get a big can of something, this usually happens to me with refried beans. I'll eat like half of it, and then the next half I just want to put saran wrap over it and put it in the oven, in the refrigerator. Don't do that. Take it out of your can and store it in something else. That's gonna increase the shelf life. And then it can last like a week or two in your fridge. So use them up. Add them to a salad, add them to your scrambled eggs, add them to your pizza or your sauces or anything like that. Okay, my pan is starting to warm up. I have 6 eggs, and now I always want to say I'm going to scramble them, but I'm not scrambling them because there's no heat on them. So I'm just going to whisk them around. If you have a whisk, that's a nice thing to use. I don't add any cream or anything. I just do straight up egg because it's super healthy for you. And I add some cheese, straight up egg and cheese because it's really delicious. Okay, so this is going to be a thin frittata. That's nice. Make sure you really give this a stir. Like even maybe see some bubbles so that you know everything is mixed up because you don't want to put that in your pan and then have like one big hunk of egg yolk or something like that. Okay, my pan is pretty hot. I'm definitely going to feel the sizzle when I get in there. I have olive oil, so heart-healthy olive oil. Doesn't want a real high heat, is really good for you, and has a decently mellow flavor. We're going to coat the pan in olive oil, and I'm going to make sure I spread that all around because we want this egg to come out of the pan. That's like the real trick right there. We want the egg to come out of the pan. All right, you can feel that it's getting warmed up a little bit. My roasted red peppers are cold, and so I'm going to put them in the pan first so they warm up, and I'm going to spread them all over the pan. Kind of put my sleeves down. The oil is kind of fighting back a little. Now this is not one that you want to use your hands to spread that around. So just try to get some even coverage. There we go. You can use any vegetable you want in these frittatas, and that's why these are really nice because they're a great way to get some eggs in your system and get some veggies early in the morning. All right, so we've got those. They're warmed up nicely. Put a little salt and pepper on them. And now let's pour our eggs. Let me rewind for one hot sec, actually. I have my oven on broil. So we're going to go to the oven in a second, and I want to show you where we put the grate in the oven because you kind of want it up high next to the broiler because we're going to broil the top part of this. So let's get the eggs in, and then we'll take a look at the oven.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Do you have an interesting hobby or skill you'd like to share for Vail Valley? We want to hear from you. We're looking for people to share their musical, artistic, culinary, woodworking, athletic, or technical talents on Good Morning Vail. If you'd like to share your talents with the community, email Danielle at tvavail.com. Join the community conversation. There's more for you on 92.
Experience the beauty of fall on the rails of the Leadville Railroad. Take in the cool mountain breeze as you climb to 11,000 feet to watch the vibrant reds, oranges, and golds of fall come alive. Enjoy delicious hot beverages, learn some history, and relax with family and friends. Even your pets can enjoy a ride on the train. Offering daily trips, the weekend specials sell out fast. To secure your seat, book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the Immersion Theater.
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to the show. We here at Good Morning Vail have been partnering with the local magazine Covered Bridge, and Bobby and Kim sat down with Corey, a local endurance runner, to talk about her sport.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Covered Bridge on TV8. My name is Kim Fuller. I'm the co-owner of Jaunt Media Collective in West Vail and the editor-in-chief of Covered Bridge magazine.
And I'm Bobby LaRue, the other co-owner and the director of partnerships at Covered Bridge magazine as well. We have the pleasure of sitting down with Corey Crane, a longtime local and an endurance athlete here in Vail, Colorado. So Corey, welcome to Covered Bridge on TV8. It's an honor to be sitting down with you. We've known each other for, gosh, a better part of longer than a decade now, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, we're excited to talk about the article we have coming up on you, but we're also excited just to get to know you a little bit more. Let the readers and the viewers know a little bit more about Corey Crane, how you made it here, what you've done in the Valley, and kind of your adventure and journey through endurance athletics.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me. So how long have you lived here in the Valley?
So I moved to Vail, actually. I just picked it on a map in September of 2001. I moved out from Alabama. I just wanted a change of scenery, and here I am 22 years later.
Wow, so picked it on a map. What was that process?
I literally, I knew I wanted to be in the mountains. I knew I liked Colorado, having, driven out here with family road trips. And I literally just picked Vail on the map. It was a little bit closer to Denver if I needed to fly home to see the fam in Alabama. And here I am 22 years later. So
that's amazing.
Yeah.
So, I think it's always fun to hear everyone's story. Myself, like we go through these ups and downs in the Valley of finding our way, right? So What have you done in this valley as far as employment and then also like adventure? Because I think that's a big part of it.
Sure. Yeah, so when I first moved out here, it was literally the week after 9/11. So there was a huge hiring freeze, pretty much a ghost town. I clearly didn't do my research. You can't get a job really in September. Nobody's hiring, as we all know. So, I just kind of had some fun for a couple months. But then, I did everything from ticket sales to specialty sports back in the day, worked for Vail Mountain. And for the past 18 years, I've been employed by East West Resorts, so in property management in Beaver Creek.
That is amazing. And, I've met you, I think through yoga originally.
Yes.
But you're out there all the time on the mountains. I mean, I see you whether it's ski season, bike season, running season.
Right.
Some of your favorite sports are, and then what are you currently working on?
Sure. So going back to when we first met in 2010, I should say. I was a big yogi. I loved it. I still practice. But I love to mountain bike. I love to ski. In fact, this season I had one of my biggest history for working a full-time job. I was pretty psyched on close to 70 days on the mountain. And a lot of that's before the lifts open or after the lifts close, just to fluctuate with my work schedule. And then, I just got into, I work out at the gym, that kind of thing, and I just kind of got into running. And for me, it's just a way of releasing energy from the day or, exploring on my own 2 feet. And I love going out with my dog, but a couple of really good friends of mine just kind of got me into bigger distance running. So that's where the past 5 years have really come into play. And when I first discovered ultra distance, which is anything over a marathon distance, 26 miles, I was in my late 30s. So I was kind of late to the game, but I was there for it. I was excited for it. And now that I've approached my mid 40s, I'm all like game on. I'm so freaking pumped. I've just got so much planned this summer. With the final hurrah of being the Leadville 100 in August. So that's what I'm currently training for. So
it's so exciting and impressive to be following your journey. And so, we do have an article in the summer-fall issue of Covered Bridge, which is our journey issue, featuring Corey and your journey to the race across the sky, the Leadville 100. Yeah. Tell us about the decision to sign up for the Leadville 100, the process of actually getting into the race, and what your training has been looking like.
Sure. So last year I ran the Leadville Marathon, which is held every June. It's pretty tough. 26 miles takes you up to Mosquito Pass, which is above 13,000 feet. So you can only imagine the little oxygen we have as training. But I had an awesome race, and at the awards, you can enter your bib if you'd like into their so-called lottery. And my name was called, and I got the infamous coin to the Leadville 100.
Oh, let's get a close-up on that coin. So this is what's pulled if you get picked or to put your name in?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so you literally, you qualify and then you can sign up through your bib number. Okay. And I, got the lottery coin. And so you literally right then and there, you have to make a decision. Are you running it this year or are you running it next year? And for me, I was running the Trans-Selkirks last August, which is a 6-day, 120-mile race through the mountains of British Columbia. So I knew I couldn't race in August. So essentially I've been signed up for almost a year. And what my training looks like is I started with my coach in January. And I like having a coach because it holds me accountable. He gives me my workouts over the weekend, and then I can tune them in to how my work schedule looks like, or just life in general, right? But I'm held accountable. I know what I need to do. I might fluctuate Tuesday for Wednesday or vice versa. But I told him, I said, I will do the work. I'm very disciplined. I'm very focused. I want this. And so it's been fun working the past 5 months, and I'm just slowly building mileage. And, the season during the winter, I did a lot of cross training, right? So I didn't want to just run because I knew I would get burned out. So essentially I've been skiing quite a bit, like I said before, after hours, ski touring. I fat biked quite a bit on the trails locally. I got into Nordic skiing, and I skated quite a bit, for the endurance and swimming. So I feel like I've covered all angles, but now that we're getting into drier trails, I'm really starting to amp up the mileage. So this past weekend, I was in Leadville training, because that's the best thing you can do for your lungs and your legs is get up to 11,000 feet. The weekend before, I went to the Grand Canyon. I ran down to the river and back. So for me, it's all about adventure and just learning to love it. I'm doing this because I truly love it. I'm not, I have to. I want it. Like, I'm focused. So I've really dedicated to it, and a lot of it's part of my new lifestyle too these past 2 years.
That's amazing.
I
know Kim has a couple questions, but quickly,
Sure.
you just mentioned something as an athlete that I think some of us, we get sucked into one sport. We train so hard. How important has the cross training been for overall physical and then also like injury prevention?
Right. Well, that's a good point. So overall cross training, you work all different sets of muscles. So women, as we get older, our fast twitch muscles do start to deteriorate. So for me, it's important to work all aspects of my mental training as well as my, physical physique. So swimming's awesome cardio, endurance, getting up, to ski down, that's phenomenal lung power. So I've really been diving into different to just mentally not get burned out with just running, but B, also to enjoy all the sports that I essentially moved to Colorado for. So
yeah, it's really fun to follow along on your training and to go along sometimes too when we're lucky enough.
We've had some good weekends training together.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Corey, you've been very vocal in the last, I guess it would be about 2 years, about a journey of sobriety and what led to that choice and how has that impacted what you're doing now?
Sure. Well, so it was actually 2 years just this past week on May 9th.
That's amazing.
And just how that stemmed, I think, when I moved here in my early 20s, it's go time. It's fun. It's ski town lifestyle. It's party. Alcohol's everywhere. It's, socially accepted in our society and our culture here. And when I hit 40, I was at an all-time high, just having the best time of my life. But, those highs definitely bring your lows too. So we being my husband and I went to Mexico 2 years ago to visit some friends that lived down there. And, I definitely kept it chill that week. I just wasn't into it like normal beach trips usually are. And I remember it was Mother's Day. It was May 9th. And we went to the airport. And I said, should I spend these last pesos and get another Corona? And I thought to myself, I don't need it. I don't need this. So I got home the next day, and I was really focused on getting back to work, your routine, you're not at the beach anymore. And I said, you know what, I'm not going to drink this week. I just want to be healthy, right? Well, my last sip of alcohol was May 8th, 2021. So somehow I quit cold turkey. It was absolutely mind-blowing, especially those that know my past. But I've got nothing but awesome things to say about sobriety, and for me it's been a life-changing decision, the best adult decision I've ever made. I'm still having a great time. I'm still hanging out with my friends, I'm now DD, and it's just really been inspiring and empowering for especially my lifestyle of, my crazy work schedule and then adding on top of it my training and just knowing that I'm walking every day with a clear lens and I feel good. And if I don't sleep well, then it's something perhaps I ate that day, but there's never this blame of, perhaps a drink the night before. So I really do feel that, the non-alcoholic movement is definitely taking a trend in our society, and I'm super proud and honored to be a part of it. And I do encourage those that might have a little issue or some sober curious just to look into it. Just a 30-day detox, 42-day detox. There's so much more to it. I mean, there's your physical, there's your mental, there's your spiritual. I mean, my finances, your skin, your sleep. I mean, nobody said, gosh, my habitual drinking habits have really, empowered my life, right? So I feel that if there is a little bit of an issue, in the gray area drinking, look into it. And, I'm happy to speak with you or whatnot. There's awesome programs in town. I know there's, wonderful podcasts to listen to, and just a little bit of encouragement. If you go to reach for that beer, just give it 15 minutes. Give it 15 minutes. Instead, lace up your shoes, go for a walk, and just think, okay, am I going to regret this, or am I going to feel better about my decision?
That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, it's just been
really helpful.
Yeah,
I think
thank
for
you.
a lot of people.
Yeah, and for me, I know that I'm on the right path, and I'm super excited about it. You can probably just tell. I just want to shout it from the mountaintops. My life has just improved, and I'm very grateful for it. So,
super inspiring on so many levels, Corey.
Thanks.
Yeah. In the closing of the article on Corey is a quote from her that I'd love to read here. And I think it really relates to everything we've been chatting about today. Anyone who's willing to step out of their comfort zone, that's where growth really happens. I want to encourage people to live an awesome, healthy life and enjoy the beautiful mountains we live in. And if you're struggling, reach out to a friend. There's always hope around the next corner. And we really hope that on your journey of training this summer and the actual race, 100 miles, so the Leadville 100 in August, that those times it does get challenging, you know that hope is around that next corner for you.
Yeah, and just know that growth comes from possibility, it comes from opportunity, but you have to want it, and it takes a lot of discipline. I know I committed to this, and so I wake up every day with gratitude, with discipline, and just excitement, and yes, there's obviously some lows, but the highs definitely outnumber the lows, and I'm just eager for my summer of racing and my friendships, and I've got some fun concerts on the books, so, life doesn't slow down just because alcohol's not involved. I've got to remind listeners about that. It definitely is an eye-opening experience, and so, but thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh. Thank you for everything you do in this community.
Well, thank you.
We'll be following your bib number.
Yes.
We might even be out there. We've got a couple friends that are running, so it's really fun to go out and support. So great luck with training this summer, Corey. Thank you for joining us and for participating in the article as well. Corey Crane here, and we will all be watching her in anticipation of an amazing race, Leadville 100 this August. Thank you all for watching Covered Bridge on TV8. We'll see you next time.
Have a good day.
Good morning, Vail.
Join us in exploring the everyday lives of community members here in the Vail Valley. Hear their inspiring stories of how they came here, their contributions to our community, and why they chose to call this place home. We want you to be one of our neighbors. If you would like to be featured or nominate someone to be featured, please send an email to danielle@tv8vail.com. We look forward to featuring your story right here on TV8.
Welcome to Street Magic. I'm Elizabeth Stanton with some of the most terrifying stunts, extraordinary extreme escapes, and the most amazing cutting-edge magicians you'll ever see in one show. Get ready to have your mind turned inside out. The hand is definitely quicker than the eye.
It's fake!
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
8-time Emmy-nominated Animal Rescue is a half-hour television series showcasing the heroic efforts of people helping animals. Join host and award-winning journalist Alex Payne and the Animal Rescue camera crew as they travel around the world, capturing dramatic rescues, rehabilitation, and relocation stories. For programming schedule, check your local listings today. Don't miss your favorite episodes of Animal Rescue. When people think of world-class destinations, they're drawn to a place that provides opportunities for fine dining, shopping, superior lodging, exciting events, and unparalleled outdoor activities. Park City, Utah, and Vail, Colorado are renowned destinations for travelers and extraordinary homes for residents. Feature your exceptional products and services in these two luxury communities. Advertise with Park City Television and TV8 Vail. Contact us today.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 7 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your three favorite mountain towns, Vail, Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno, Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
Good morning, Vail.
You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Kimberly Perot. It is the second hour of today's Thursday edition of Good Morning Vail. We've got the Eagle County Chamber of Commerce here in studio. We'll be looking at the latest edition of Vail Vibes. And then to wrap up Breakfast Thursday, we'll have a little bit more of that breakfast patata recipe we've been talking about all morning. So stay tuned. Hour 2 starts now.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Welcome to the second hour of Good Morning Vail. Let's take a quick look at today's weather. 8 a.m. this morning, it's about 59 degrees out there with a high of 76 towards the afternoon. We do have an 80% chance of thunderstorms throughout the day with winds southwest at 5 to 10 miles an hour. As we take a look at that hourly forecast there, again, 8 a.m., 58 degrees, almost sunny, with those thunderstorms starting to move in around noon with about 74 degrees then. At 4 p.m., about 73 degrees, still stormy, and then cooling off towards the evening around 8 p.m. We're expecting about 66 degrees. As we take a look at that I-70 corridor there, we are looking in Denver, about a high of 92 this morning, and then a 20% chance of thunderstorms, cooling off up in the mountains there with that 80% chance of thunderstorms throughout the Vail Valley. Highs in Vail of 76, Avon, high of 78, and Eagle, a high of 82. As we take a look at that overnight forecast there, we're looking at a low of 48 degrees with a 60% chance of thunderstorms overnight with the sunset at 7:52 p.m. Winds east-southeast 5 to 10 miles an hour. Taking a look at that daily forecast there, we still got that 80% chance of rain on Friday with a high of 73. 76 is our high on Saturday with a 70% chance of thunderstorms. Sunday, that thunderstorm chance continues to drop with a chance of 50%. 75 is our high, 77 as our high on Monday, still with a 50% chance of storms, and then a 30% chance of precipitation with a high of 78 there on Tuesday. Now, thank you to Sun and Ski Sports for giving us that weather forecast. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we've got Eagle River Brewing joining us on the couch.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Do you have an interesting hobby or skill you'd like to share for Vail Valley? We want to hear from you. We're looking for people to share their musical, artistic, culinary, woodworking, athletic, or technical talents on Good Morning Vail. If you'd like to share your talents with the community, email Danielle at tvavail.com. Join the community conversation. There's more for you on 92.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Welcome to Street Magic. I'm Elizabeth Stanton with some of the most terrifying stunts, extraordinary extreme escapes, and the most amazing cutting-edge magicians you'll ever see in one show. Get ready to have your mind turned inside out. The hand is definitely quicker than the eye.
It's fake.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the immersion theater.
Hi, I'm Cece Zach with Good Day Vail, and recently I sat down with Carol Brannigan, who is a local volunteer extraordinaire, as well as Joanna Kerwin, the 2020 Vail Volunteer of the Year recipient. Stay tuned for that episode today because we're going to help you learn how to volunteer and bring your best life into the Valley.
Good morning, Vail.
Now, welcome back to Good Morning Vail. The Eagle County Chamber of Commerce is sponsoring a Biztoberfest, and what that is highlighting all of the businesses here in the area. I've got two of the wonderful gentlemen behind the Eagle River Brewing Company, Cody and Tom, joining me here to talk all about all things brewery. So, gentlemen, how are you?
Good, good.
Excited to have you both here on Good Morning Vail. So excited to learn all about the brewery. You've been in business 3 months now, is that correct?
About that, yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
And so how did it get started? Tell me about it.
Well, I guess many years ago, when I graduated college, I did an internship with Tom at his former brewery, Sandlot Brewery. So I worked for about 9 months or so. Kind of worked. Yeah. As much work as you can get done in a brewery. Right.
As an intern.
As an intern. So that's how we met, and then of course we became friends. Both of us loved the outdoors, fishing, hunting. So we stayed in contact through the time that I was in the Marine Corps for about 10 years, and then got out and moved back to Eagle. So we reunited and drinking beers, and over a couple beers we thought it'd be a great idea to make our own beers.
That's great. Now, Tom, this is another brewery venture for you. So what made you decide that this is what you wanted to do again?
Oh, I don't know. It's a fun thing to do, and this is a great place to live. So.
Yeah, it definitely is. I know Colorado is really known for their brewery scene, so I love that we have something here local. So, Tom, tell me, where are you located? Tell me a little bit more about the brewery.
We're in Gypsum, right up. If you're driving by the airport, hang a left on Air Park Drive, and there we are.
Okay, great.
Yeah, 428 Air Park Drive.
Yep.
Okay, great, awesome. Now, Cody, you have a beer coming for the Biztoberfest.
Yes.
What kind of beer is it? How did you come up with it?
Well, we don't want to disclose that yet. We'd rather people come out and find out for themselves. So, but it'll be a special beer. It'll be a tasty one. I think everybody will enjoy it. We'll also, I think, have some other varieties as well. but we're going to have a special one for Biztoberfest. So you'll
Name,
have to come
name
out.
is name is pending. The beer's in process.
Okay,
Name pending, beer in process.
pending, beer
Maybe
in
that's the name of the beer.
There you go. That's how you come up with beer names.
I love it. I love it. So you have other beers as well. So how many beers do you have? What does it look like? What does the process look like?
Oh man, right now we've got about
8 or 9.
Actually, 10.
Do we have 10?
Put the new smoke on. So we've
Yeah.
got a new seasonal that we just put on.
Okay.
So it takes us to about 10 draft lines in our tasting room. We're taking 4 of those into market, so you can get them at your local, on-premise accounts, bars and restaurants. So look for us out there on the tap handles out there. But so we got a wide variety. We range everything from like light, crisp, clean lagers to a couple IPAs. I will say that we specialize more on the lager side, but we do have a beer for everybody.
I'm getting into the beer scene,
Yeah.
especially being here in Colorado, you can't not be involved in it. So if you were, what would you recommend for somebody that's not a huge beer drinker but is getting into it? What would be the best one?
At our tasting room?
Yeah.
White Buffalo.
White Buffalo.
Yeah, White Buffalo is a Weiss beer, a Hefeweizen beer.
Okay.
It's very easy drinking. It's light.
Fruity.
It's
delicious.
It's very delicious. So we have people come in all the time and they say, well, I don't like beer. And I'm like, try this. They take a little sample and they're like, give me a big one.
So I know what I'll be doing this weekend.
Yeah. So.
And Tom, what's your favorite that you have right now?
I don't have one right now. I like our Last Cast Lager.
Okay.
It's just a pale German lager. It's delicious.
Yeah, it's light, crisp, easy drinking, good summertime beer when it's 95 degrees outside. So that's a good one. One of my favorites is Mountain Barley Pop, which is a Vienna style lager, so it's a little more full in body, but very delicious, very drinkable.
So brewing beer it's a creative process. So how do you decide what's going to be the next flavor? What do you do to kind of mix and match and taste?
Well, a lot of our beers are traditional styles, so you just tweak those styles a little bit, and a lot of the beer we brew depends on our mood, I guess.
Yeah, a lot of times we'll stand around, having a beer, and people will come in and just having conversations with other people and talking about what they like and what should we do next. And it's kind of we get our inspirations from everywhere. Our customers, ourselves, wherever it may come from, that's what we'll do.
Sorry, we often tell them that they're wrong and we're going to do whatever we want to do. No, we don't do that. That'd be mean.
Hey, it's okay if you do. That's the perks of being a business owner, right?
That's right.
So, Tom, you've been doing brewing for a while. So,
Long time.
How did you initially get into it?
In college.
Okay.
Made it in the kitchen.
Love that.
A little homebrew.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was terrible, but it did create alcohol, so we were hooked.
Probably saved your budget a little bit as a college student.
It did. Yeah, it did.
That's great. That's great. So where can we go for more information? And
we have an Instagram,
Okay.
And it's at ERB_Colorado.
Okay.
You can probably just search it on Instagram and find it. But yeah, that's going to be most of our information. We're in the process of building our website now.
Okay.
So that should be up and running soon. And I do believe that we have a Facebook attached to our Instagram, so they're kind of the same thing.
Awesome. Now, do you have any events planned or partnerships coming up? Since you are so new, I'm sure you're just getting the word out there.
Yes. Nothing really. We're talking about a few ideas, but nothing in the works as of right now. But I would look forward to doing some kind of collaboration with other breweries or festivals or whatever. We did, however, just finish up the sponsorship with Eagle Block Party.
Oh, great.
So we had our beer there. That was a lot of fun.
How many beers did you bring? All of them?
We brought 4. We had 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which 4 did you bring?
Last Cast Light Lager, the Mountain Barley Pop, White Buffalo, and our Snakes and Sparklers. And Snakes and Sparklers is our hazy IPA.
Okay. I love the name. Sounds very patriotic.
Yes, that's right.
That's wonderful. Oh, we appreciate you both coming on here to talk about Eagle River Brewing Company. It's really exciting to have you both, and best of luck.
It's exciting to be here.
It's great. I think I know I don't have any plans for the weekend, so it sounds like I'm coming out to,
we'll be there.
to taste the White Buffalo.
I think we have a barbecue truck Texas barbecue on Friday.
On Friday,
Yeah.
okay, great. Do you just kind of rotate?
Yeah, we
the
kind
food
of
trucks?
rotate, try to mix it up, and keep everything fresh.
Yeah, it gets the word out.
That's right.
Definitely.
Or you can stop at
Anywhere.
a local
You
Costco
can-
and bring a chicken.
Yeah, you can bring.
Cool.
So
So you bring your own food.
Sure. Dogs.
Bring your dogs. Bring your
Dogs on
family.
leashes, though.
Okay.
That's the only thing is like we love dogs, and all of us have dogs, but dogs got to be on a leash.
You're a responsible dog
Yeah,
owner.
that's right.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Well, gentlemen, thank you both for coming on the show.
Thanks
It's
for having us.
always exciting to learn about new businesses that are popping up here in the Valley. So we appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Now, stay tuned. We have a lot more happening on this second hour of Good Morning Vail. We'll be right back after this break.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tvavail.com y nuestra página de Facebook TVA Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
Hello, everyone. I'm Raisa Pascal. And I'm Andrea Jackson. Welcome to Life, Love, Shopping. Have any personal stories you can share?
Do I?
Yes,
I do.
So even though you work with some good deals, too good to miss on flash deals now, check this out.
Studies show spending time outdoors can help with depression, lowering blood pressure, and overall health and happiness.
Suki and Scott show. We are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
Hi, Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the immersion theater.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to the show. Let's take another quick look at today's weather brought to you by Sun and Ski Sports. This morning we're looking at about 59 degrees there at 8 a.m. with a high of 76 towards the afternoon. We've got an 80% chance of rain mostly towards the afternoon with thunderstorms definitely being in the forecast. We've got winds southwest at 5 to 10 miles an hour. And then we take a look at that hourly forecast there. We've got a 8 a.m., 58 degrees. The noon, it's starting to warm up with that 74, and those thunderstorms starting to move in. 73 around 4 p.m., and then it's starting to cool off towards 8 p.m. with about 66 degrees. As we take a look at that I-70 corridor there, we've got a high of about 92 down in Denver with a 20% chance of thunderstorms, with those thunderstorms getting more and more likely as we work our way up into the mountains. We've got an 80% chance there in Avon and Vail and Eagle, with highs of 76 in Vail, 78 in Avon, and 82 there in Eagle. As we take a look at that overnight forecast, we've got that 60% chance of thunderstorms with a low of 48, and then sunset at about 7:52 p.m. Winds east-southeast 5 to 10 miles an hour. Then as we take a look there at that daily forecast, we've still got an 80% chance of thunderstorms on Friday with a high of 73. 70% chance of thunderstorms on Saturday with a high of 76, and then a 50% chance on Sunday and Monday with a high of 75 on Sunday and 77 on Monday. And then we've got a 30% chance of thunderstorms there on Tuesday with that high of 78. Now let's take it over to Avisha, who's going to check out the Graham's Hammer Hotel for us with a Vail Vibes segment.
From landmarks to undiscovered treasures, this is your guide to all the good vibes here in Vail. And right behind me is one of Vail's most iconic hotels, and the only one here that's been operated by its original founders for the past 60 years.
It's a landmark. Well, it's a landmark because it's built by two people who have no idea what they were doing.
And those two people were Shaika and her late husband Pepe, both originally from Austria. After getting an opportunity to buy land in Vail Village, they decided to give the hotelier life a try.
Originally being, in New York as a model, modeling in New York, I thought it would be perfect. With Pepe being a ski racer, very well known and loved by everybody, and doing well in the ski business, I thought, well, he could have his ski shop, and we build a little lodge like we do in Europe. We live above, and we still live above. Same furniture, the same. The only thing is changed is the upholstery and the curtains. Wow. But it was built so different, and it was banquette wooden floor. You can't make that floor anymore the way it is now. And then we have a lot of Austrian furniture and very different.
Shaika says growing up in Austria during a war shaped her tastes.
We were during the war, everything, we had nothing. Both Pepe and I lost everything. And when you never had anything, you get things with a good, strong, and and our rooms look like guest rooms in somebody's home. They don't look like a hotel room. We don't have air conditioning, but we have fans. We don't have an ice box, but you can come down here and get ice.
And so the little Austrian-style Gasthof remains authentic and charming, which is why the guests love it.
I feel like I'm in Europe, and that's what I wanted. It's amazing that they have owned it and maintained it and been able to stay without being taken over by all the modern types of hotels.
And Shaika has no plans to change that anytime soon. Friends and employees describe her as a tough cookie with a heart of gold.
I'm very, outspoken. I like to scream and get mad. And then they quit and walk out one door, come back in the next door. It's just a family. The ones who last here for 20, 30 years. And I'm bragging that here I'm since 64. I have only 5 chefs in 64 for all these years. And they stayed here. And then I had people here for 30 years. John, like you just met, the one is 42 years with me. I had a housekeeper 30 years with me. When you have people like that, they become part of a family. It's through thick and thin.
She says she owes her strong character and confidence to her grandma.
Yeah, that came from her, that she really put very much confidence in me, that always, even as a child, she never said look down or they always look up. Because if you look on the ground, all you see is dirt. But you look up, you see blue sky. So that's where I got the confidence that I keep my head high.
And remaining energetic and hardworking well into her 80s, she says is from self-love.
I'm in love with myself. I love myself. And I always say, if you love yourself, you love everybody else. If you cannot love yourself, how can you love other people?
Her love for others is shared generously, not only with her family, guests, and employees, but for the people of Vail as a whole. She says Vail wouldn't be the town it is without the people who helped build it.
I think the moment we came to Vail, there was just something about it. The people we have met, At that time, in 1962, everybody had a dream. You know, everybody wanted to make something special. Well, let's just say I'm very happy, and I love America, and and like I said it years ago, it takes a valley to make a village. And Vail became, thanks to the people in the valley, the people here, it's not just the town, it's the people who are in the town.
She says if you're in Vail, come stop by the hotel or Pepe's restaurant for some delicious food or just to say hi.
Good morning, Vail.
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
Here at Sun & Ski Sports, we are all about having the best summer adventures. Our full-service bike shop is here to help you get back on the saddle with services ranging from simple tire changes, full bike overhauls, and rentals. If trail running, hiking, or trips to the lake are your thing, our expert staff will fit you in the best performing footwear or clothing. And don't forget about a relaxing day on the water with our stand-up paddleboard rentals. Call Sun & Ski Sports in Avon or Dillon today, or learn more at sunandski.com/CO.
Hi there! Are you ready to explore famous neighborhoods from New York City to Kentucky? Watch The Neighborhood with host Nicole Newman. Featuring famous people, unique history, and delicious places to eat and drink. Our viewers get an inside personal look at each neighborhood. With each episode we learn, grow, laugh, and live like a local, not just a visitor. Welcome to The Neighborhood. Check your local program schedule and tune in.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to the show. So with the Biztoberfest coming up soon, we've got the Eagle Chamber of Commerce joining us on the couch. We've got Michelle and Sandy here. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
So, love the outfits.
Thank you. It's great. We're getting in the spirit.
Yeah, so Biztoberfest, we've kind of figured out a little bit what's going on there from Eagle River Brewing, but could you tell us a little bit more about how you're kind of merging a business event and an Oktoberfest theme?
Yes, yes. So as the Eagle Chamber of Commerce, of course, one of our main focuses is to support local businesses and the membership of the Eagle Chamber. So usually each year we have a business exposition. And this year we have this great committee with the Chamber, and we all decided that we would have an Oktoberfest theme so that we can encourage more public participation, maybe some regional visitors come in and check out Eagle while they're there. So we figure we'd draw in a lot more exposure for the businesses by having an Oktoberfest event.
Well, and I would imagine that bringing in a little bit of that extra festivityness to things really kind of helps to boost activity at a business event, because I can imagine some people see, oh, business expo, that's for entrepreneurs, business owners, not necessarily for me, Johnny Q Public.
Right.
And it sounds like incorporating some more festivities. It sounds like you guys will have some vendors out there, some games, some things like that to kind of help encourage people to come out, meet some local businesses.
Yes, absolutely. We're going to have it at the Brush Creek Pavilion in Eagle. It's a beautiful venue with a large lawn and a playground. So we're going to have exhibitors inside the facility as well as outside. But we've got Eagle River Brewing, Cody and Tom, who were just here. They've got a special Biztoberfest brew that they're going to unleash for this event. So they're going to be serving that up. We also have Boone's Wine and Spirits. They're going to be providing red and white wine. We also have Forward Tech Solutions. They are a leadership member with the Eagle Chamber, and they're our food sponsor, and we were able to get Village Bagel to provide our food thanks to Forward Tech Solutions. Tell me a
little bit about Forward Tech Solutions, because based on that name, I would not necessarily expect food to be their thing.
But they were the food sponsor, so they paid for the food because of Forward Tech Solutions. Forward Tech Solutions is an IT company.
Awesome.
So they specialize in IT for businesses. They are located in Edwards, but they do business all over the valley from, I'm sure Glenwood to Vail. So they've got a great crew, and we love working with them. But they stepped up as the food sponsor so that they could pay for the food.
Awesome.
And
it sounds like it's a great way to kind of introduce us to some of the more niche services that we might not necessarily know are available locally. Like I would have expected that if you needed IT services like that for business support, that you would have to go to a firm down on the Front Range and bring somebody up from Denver. Do you guys have any other services like that where it's a little bit more of a specialty environment that you necessarily don't have to go down on the Front Range?
Yeah, absolutely. We've got All Mountain Technologies is also a local IT company, but we have so many different types of businesses. We've got artisans, we've got the restaurants, of course, in the Eagle Ranch Village, downtown Eagle. We've got Rome. I don't know if you guys have been to Rome. But it's a wonderful.
Don't get me started.
Don't get you started on Rome. Okay.
I love Rome. They're far and away one of my favorite restaurants in the valley. Chef Adrian is amazing.
Absolutely.
I can't believe we got something like that down in Eagle.
I know.
It's just absolute top-notch dining with prices that you wouldn't necessarily expect to see for food that quality.
Of that quality, absolutely. I know. And she's in downtown Eagle. Rome is in downtown Eagle. We've got the new 2nd Street Tavern just opened, also in Eagle, right on 2nd Street where Bonfire Brewing used to be.
They only just opened this week, right?
Yeah, I think Saturday.
Awesome.
They just opened, and right there next to Rome, we've got Antlers and Rosé. I don't know if you're familiar with that. It's sort of an...
I am pretty familiar with them in like the general concept, but I wouldn't necessarily say that I've been into the store. It's not necessarily my specific niche.
Yeah.
Not necessarily a hat person.
Yeah.
But if you are, if you're looking for cowboy hats, especially like a fancy accessorized cowboy hats.
Yes.
And it's my understanding that they do like cowboy hat decorating parties and stuff too.
Yeah, she does all kinds of different unique parties there. Brooke does. She has a lot more than hats too. She has a lot of women's clothes, and now she's opened it up to household items as well.
Awesome. So everybody's going to have a chance to meet some of these businesses, some of the owners, some of the employees, and get a little bit of a feel for it out at the Biztoberfest.
Yes.
So how are you guys going to try and help get people to talk to every business and really get to meet everyone?
Well, we have a passport. We have a Biztoberfest passport. And all of the Biztoberfest sponsors are going to be on this passport. Every attendee that comes in receives this passport, and they will have to go to every business on that passport in order to qualify for the great 2 grand prizes that we have.
Awesome.
So that's one way. But another way is that a lot of the businesses are doing some special activities to draw people to their booths.
Okay.
For example, Martin Insurance Group, they're doing a big cornhole competition, and they've got a $5,000 prize.
Wow, is that something we would have to sign up for before the event?
No.
Or would you just sign up right there?
Sign up right there. Good question.
Awesome.
And VVMTA, Vail Valley Mountain Trail Alliance, they're going to be doing mini races, and they're going to have great prizes too. All Kids Dental, they're going to have some activities and prizes as well. Berkshire Hathaway, they're going to do the building of the houses, right?
Fantastic.
They're going to be doing it with chopsticks and sugar cubes.
Awesome.
And they're going to have giveaway prizes. Oh, and Paul Davis is doing a cash dartboard. So they're going to have cash pinned to their dartboard. You're going to come up, try to hit that cash, and you get it if you get it, if you hit the target.
It sounds like it's going to be an amazing event.
All kinds of great activities at these booths.
Now, last time we spoke, you guys were still looking for more participants to come in. Are you guys still looking for people? Is there still space available for any other businesses that are interested in participating?
We have 2 booths left.
Awesome.
So we're almost full.
Well, hopefully by the end of the day, you guys will be totally full.
Yeah. You can go to eaglechamber.co, go to the events calendar, and go over to September 7th. That's the date of the event, and read all about it. And you can actually register as a member or as a non-member. If you're a member, you get extra special prices, of course.
Awesome. Well, and speaking of membership, let's say that we're just a little bit too busy over the next 2 weeks to get everything together to be able to come out to BizToberfest. But if I was still interested in joining the Eagle Chamber as a member of my business, how would I go about doing that?
You can give me a call anytime. My phone number is 970-306-2262. You can email me. It's Michelle, MICHELLE.Morgan, MORGAN, at eaglechamber.co. Anytime. You can actually reach out to Sandy LaBaugh as well. Sandy's with U.S. Bank, and she's an ambassador with the Eagle Chamber. So we have a big team of ambassadors that represent local businesses that help us out at the Chamber too. We have a lot of fun together.
Yeah, great organization and great community.
Awesome. So tell me a little bit about what it means to be an ambassador for the Eagle Chamber. What exactly do you do with that?
Yeah, so we're here to support the Chamber and be a little bit more actively involved and, attend the events, help Michelle, with organization and set up and clean up and just try to interact with all the members and introduce people to each other. So that's what we do.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, the Eagle Chamber of Commerce. If my business was in Edwards, would I be welcome?
Yeah, absolutely.
You guys, so do you kind of work with businesses throughout the Vail Valley, not just specifically in the Eagle area?
That's correct. We're an Eagle-based chamber, so our main focus is Eagle, especially from an economic development standpoint. We work closely with the town of Eagle and the different business associations located in Eagle so that we can try to help keep Eagle's business community for thriving. So we do have an economic focus on Eagle, but anybody that would like to utilize the benefits of the Eagle Chamber can join, whether you're in Edwards, Gypsum, Vail, Avon, because we do have a lot of promotional benefits. So if you would like to utilize those promotional benefits, then you can join the Eagle Chamber. The entry level is at $285 a year. So it's very affordable, especially if you're looking for that additional promotion.
Awesome. And so before I let you guys go, could you just give me one real quick website and then one more time, how can people get a hold of you guys?
The web address is eaglechamber.co. My phone number is 970-306-2262.
Awesome. Well, Michelle and Sandy from the Eagle Chamber of Commerce, thank you so much for joining me here on the couch. We'll be right back after a short message.
Good morning, Vail.
Part Show. I'm Susie.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
TV8 Vail is serving the community 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Stop by for Good Morning Vail at 7 a.m. and stay all day for lifestyle favorites such as Good Day Vail, Daily Flash, Suki and Scott, and more. And you're sure to find the adventure you crave with back-to-back episodes of Scoreboard Nation and Outdoor America. Find us all day, every day on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on tv8vail.com, and on all our social media platforms. There's more for you on Channel 92.
Here at Sun and Ski Sports, we are all about having the best summer adventures. Our full-service bike shop is here to help you get back on the saddle with services ranging from simple tire changes, full bike overhauls, and rentals. If trail running, hiking, or trips to the lake are your thing, our expert staff will fit you in the best performing footwear or clothing. And don't forget about a relaxing day on the water with our stand-up paddleboard rentals. Call Sun and Ski Sports in Avon or Dillon today, or learn more at sunandski.com/co.
Join us in exploring the everyday lives of community members here in the Vail Valley. Hear their inspiring stories of how they came here, their contributions to our community, and why they chose to call this place home. We want you to be one of our neighbors. If you would like to be featured or nominate someone to be featured, please send an email to danielle@tv8vail.com. We look forward to featuring your story right here on TV8.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 7 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your 3 favorite mountain towns, Vail, Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno, Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
Good morning, Vail.
And welcome back. Now, we took a short break from breakfast in the second hour here, but not to fear. If you are still hungry and you want to see how the recipes turn out, let's have a look at the finale of today's Breakfast Thursday.
Oh, those look like they're kind of starting to caramelize up pretty nicely. Here we go, pouring the eggs in. Eggs are nice because they're runny and they can they'll do their own thing. All right, make sure you get nice coverage. You're gonna see them. Turn the heat down just a little tiny bit. We want it to slow cook. And now let's take a look at the oven while this cooks. This is gonna take about 2 minutes on that side and about 2 minutes on the top. So as I get the broiler ready in the oven, I have it on the upper broiler, and notice that I've raised this kind of to the top, because what you want is for that nice hot broiler to broil the top of this egg. So get it up there pretty close. This is something you want to do before you preheat your oven. Otherwise, it's going to be nice and hot. Okay, so now let's take a look at our frittata. This is looking pretty good. I'm going to salt and pepper it again because we flavor as we go. And so you can see some of these pieces are starting to get more cooked than others. So let's just give it another sec. Still needs to cook a little bit. I like to make little holes in my egg sometimes. Should be over a medium heat. All right, we're gonna let that cook a little bit. Make sure it's on. You know, one of the things that you learn your stovetop, every stovetop is different and you figure out yours. But one of the things is that there's certain parts of burners that are warmer than others. So I can tell that the top part is warmer than the bottom part because that part is not even starting to cook. So in the case of that, with this quick frittata, I'm just gonna roll it around. I mean, you get to know your stuff, right? Okay, so these potatoes and mirepoix have been cooking without me moving them. So let's move them around. Oh yeah. What? Can you hear me? See how those got nice and caramelized? That's what we want to see. That's our first step into really building a flavor profile. Now we're going to spread them out again. And we're going to turn the heat down because I had it cranked. I wanted to cook those. So we're going to turn the heat down to a medium low and just let those simmer away. Let's take another look at our frittata. As you can see around the edges. Ooh, yeah, that's frittata stuff right there for sure. You can see that it's starting to cook. The bottom looks like it's nicely cooked. I'm going to move around some red peppers just in case they, when you pour something liquid in there, it kind of tends to shift things. But this looks good to me, and it looks like it's time to pop it in the oven. The frittata, which is just eggs and red pepper, has cooked on the bottom. I kind of like to make a cheesy top, so I'm going to take my cheddar cheese, shredded, and I'm going to cover the top. So this is going to brown up a little bit and give it kind of a crust. And like I was saying, like if you like those scrambled eggs with lots of cream and, cream cheese, so they're light and fluffy, this is going to be a different kind of style for you. All right, I'm turning that off, opening my oven because my cast iron pan is wicked heavy. Sorry, I'm from New England. I have to say wicked every once in a while. Pop this in. This is something you want to keep your eye on. It's a quick process. And it's going to be hot. All right, so we're going to keep our eye on that. Get rid of this. Stir up these potatoes a little bit more. Potatoes are looking good, and they smell good too. A nice addition to this meal would be like a little dollop of sour cream. You could either do it on the potatoes or you could put it on the frittata as well. Lots of times if you go to a nice brunch restaurant, they will serve the frittata and it'll have like a little salad on top of it, like just some greens with a squirt of lemon juice or something like that. That's always really nice to just kind of add a little bit. But again, if you're looking for a quick breakfast, this is how to do it. Keep seasoning your potatoes because potatoes are so boring and bland by themselves. They need a ton of salt and pepper. So make sure you give them that. All right. I don't want to look too soon, but I think I'm going to look. Let's see what this is doing in here. Oh, it's starting to bubble up. The cheese is bubbling up. It looks good. I'm going to give it like 30 more seconds. Literally, frittatas take like 5 or 6 minutes. And depending on how you feel about your egg cooked level, and that might sound funny, but a lot of people are picky about how their eggs are cooked, me being one of those people, then you can keep it in here for a little bit longer if you like kind of a little bit more of a crispy one. But I think it's time to take it out because I had the broiler on high. The broiler is the mechanism up here that heats from the top down. And it's like the opposite of a grill. It's like the flames are coming from the top down and it's really, really hot. So it's a nice tool for quick use if you're looking for like a crust on something or you want to get something kind of toasted up. Speaking of toasted up, look at that. Let's see. That cheese is nice on there. Can you see how we can press that a little bit? Let's see if we've got some give on the bottom. Stir those potatoes. See, we start off not stirring the potatoes that much, and then after a while we want to stir them kind of. Okay, let's see how this frittata is looking. Oh yeah, look at that. If you can do that, success. That means you put enough olive oil on the bottom that it's going to stick together. That's going to not stick together. What am I talking about? The opposite of not stick together. It's going to come out. So there we go. That's what we want with our frittata. These are delicious. Let it cool down for a hot sec, but if you're going to take a longer break, get this frittata out of the pan. You asked me why? I think you should already know, because it's going to cook more in a hot pan. So remember how we let everything rest? We can let our eggs rest for a little while as well, and frittatas sometimes, often, are served cold. So you could serve it at room temperature. Quick break, stir the potatoes, get the frittata out of the pan. We will plate everything up in just a moment. Okay, we're back. How long did you let your frittata rest? I haven't let it rest that long, but the test of it is to flip it over and see if it actually falls out. So, drum roll, please. Real quick, real swift move. Yes! That is high risk because I was really hoping that it was going to fall out like that. And look, I got a little bit stuck there, but that's okay. This looks pretty good. Now what you do when you're doing the frittata is cut it in 4s because it's really only 6 eggs. So you don't want, you need a kind of a beefy piece. All right, so here's our breakfast. You can have this for dinner. You can have this any time of the day. We're going to put some of those breakfast potatoes right on there. And those are chock full of vitamins and nutrients. We've got a lot of potatoes. You could even make these for like a side dish with steak or something like that if you wanted to. But here we go. We're going to put those right there. And then I'm going to get my frittata, put it the side up that was in the oven because that's a little bit of a prettier side. We'll put 2 of them on there because I'm a big eater. And then let's get a little dessert ball on there too. Here we go. This is your super simple breakfast. It's made with eggs, potatoes, and vegetables. We've got a little oatmeal in there as well. So you're definitely going to get some healthy nutrients. Put a little dollop of sour cream on top of that, or even a little garden salad that had like a lemon vinaigrette. That's how you fancy it up. So I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining me.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the Immersion Theater.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to the show. One of the beautiful things about the Vail Valley is how easy it is to get around. Despite how spread out everything is, you really don't need a car to get from one end of the valley to the other. And one of those great tools are Shift bikes. And Maddie is going to tell us all about them.
Welcome to the TV8 Visitors Bureau. I'm one of your hosts, Maddie Evans. Now we've got a really cool new concept taking place here in the town of Avon, Eaglevale, and Vail. And it's a great way to use as an alternative. Instead of driving your car, you can shift your ride to one of these incredible electric bikes behind me. Now this is a really cool rental system and you can control it all right from the power of your hands, right from your cell phone by downloading the Shift Bike app. And then from there, you can get over there and enjoy the incredible amenities that these bikes have to offer. We're gonna walk you through it, but in order to do it, you have to download the app. So Shift Bike is the app, and then you can use the coupon code Shift Your Ride for the first 30 minutes free. And we're going to walk you through the pricing and everything here and how you can get one of the bikes. Let's get started. Once you get into the app, you can see exactly which location you would like to pick up the bike, how many bikes are available, and then where you can deliver the bike to. So you can see starting in Avon, making your way through Eaglevale, all the way to Vail Village, and then even down into East Vail. You can collect bikes, drop bikes off, and enjoy your ride on these nice electric bikes. Once you've scanned the QR code to get the bike unlocked, it's really important that you have safety first, so always make sure that you have your helmet with you. That way you can pop that on and you're nice and safe. Now, once you get the bike unlocked, it's super easy. You'll just take that lock right off the back. You'll see that you'll have this big, nice coiled cord, but there's a hook on the back for you to hook that to so that it is nice and out of your way while you are riding the bike. That way you're nice and safe and everyone around you is nice and safe so you don't tip over on the bike. And then once you've got that all secured, you're all set to go. You can just kick that kickstand up and start enjoying your ride. Now remember that these are pedal assist and there are some rules. To get the bike back to where you got it or to get it to your next destination, you can always use the app to see all of the great places where you can drop these off. Once you are done on your adventure on the Shift bikes, they're a ton of fun, and you can see that you can get going pretty fast on them, especially with that nice little pedal assist. You'll take the bike back, lock it back up in one of the great charging stations that they have available, and then once you're done locking it up, make sure that you take your app out and you end the ride, because it is going to make sure that that bike is in the correct spot for you to have ended your ride, and that way it will not continue to charge you. That has been this edition of the TVA Visitors Bureau. We can't wait to bring you more great information, but make sure that you get out there and you use the Shift bike to shift your ride throughout the community.
And it's Kimberly with the TV8 Weather Center. Let's take a look at today's forecast. We're sitting right at about 60 degrees. It's going to be 76, so a little bit cooler today. We've got an 80% chance of precipitation and thunderstorms all day long, so a lot happening in the weather. Let's take a look at what is happening hourly. 74 at noon, scattered thunderstorms continuing throughout the entire day. 73 at 4 o'clock, and then 66. So not too cool tonight, but definitely a little bit different. As you can see, we've got a lot happening. Low of 48, rain 60% chance, 10 miles an hour on that wind, and the sun sets at 7:52 p.m. So taking a look across the next 5 days, we have thunderstorms for 4 days. Tuesday, it'll finally stop thunderstorming, but we've got the mid-70s all through the weekend, lows in the 40s and 50 degrees on Tuesday for that low. So a lot happening here in the weather. Definitely going to be a wet weekend, but it sounds like we all need it, especially after how hot the summer was.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what do you got going on today, Kim?
So today, definitely trying to stay dry because those thunderstorms will start rolling in around noon, and want to make sure that I'm not getting soaking wet in between running errands and just living my daily Thursday.
Well, if we do have a break in the weather and you're looking for something to do around town, we've got Vail Jazz in Vail still going on, and the Grace Kelly Quartet is performing in Vail Village from 4 to 6 today, if you're looking for something to go check out.
So it sounds like a great happy hour event. If you want to have a nice little cocktail and listen to some jazz music, great way to wrap up and roll into the weekend.
And if you're heading to dinner in Lion's Head at Tavern on the Square, they've got the Hangout for jazz as well, and that's going to be from 6 to 8 tonight.
So we just roll from one jazz event to the next.
Right, if you're looking for some jazz.
It's pretty great. I love that we have so much live music here, and that the Vail Jazz Festival continues through the entire summer. So if you're just coming to town for a little while, you at least get to hear some of it.
Exactly, and fortunately with all these storms that we got coming in, it's going to make for some amazing sunrises and sunsets coming up too.
It really is beautiful. I know I'm directly west facing, so I love seeing the sunset when the cloud is hitting. But we've had such a fun show today. Lots of things happening. If you're hungry for breakfast, and then the Eagle Valley Chamber of Commerce, we had a lot of good time.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Are you looking for exciting and nutritious recipes to cook at home? Watch Colorful Cooking with Tracy Miller on TVA8 Vail. Tracy brings you the best in